So first, before we look at the site, I'd like to ask you just a few quick questions. First, what's your occupation? What do you do all day?
I am a systems engineering and management graduate student at the University of Texas at Dallas. I am currently in my last semester. I'm wanting to go for a concentration in healthcare systems. So all day I tend to usually study, apply for jobs, build up my network,
Okay. Now, roughly...
and surf the web all day.
Awesome. Now, roughly how many hours a week altogether, just a ballpark estimate, would you say you spend using the internet, including web browsing, email at work, and at home?
If I were to give you a ballpark estimate, I would give you, what could I say, at least 10?
Okay, that's a good number. All right. And what's the split between email and browsing? A rough percentage.
Split between email and browsing?
Yeah.
What do you mean by that question? Like
Basically, what percentage do you browse the web versus use email?
Like how much time is devoted towards those?
Yes.
You can say a little more you can say 60% towards email and probably 40 towards web browsing.
Okay, that's good. What kind of websites do you look at? When you browse the web?
Just Wikipedia, YouTube. I also go to Gmail, Outlook, and any other sites that involve researching.
Okay,
and,
cool.
and LinkedIn, Facebook.
Okay, cool. Do you have any favorite websites?
Yes, Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube.
Awesome. Okay, great. We're done with the questions and we can start looking at things. So, hold on 1 second. All right, so now I'm going to ask you to do a set of tasks. During each set of tasks, I want you to think aloud when engaging in the task. Again, we're only testing the site, not you, so don't worry, I won't be judging you. I will also be asking you questions after each task. So any questions so far?
None so far. Am I supposed to be looking directly at the screen though?
Will you be using the web browser?
But am I supposed to look directly at the screen?
Don't worry too much about looking directly. Well, you just focus on the screen itself, but yeah, look directly.
Because mostly I was looking this way.
But that was because you're asking questions. But anyways, now this is the time where you actually look directly. Now before that, all right, so let's get started. The site we will be looking at today is called Cognet. I would like you to search for the website, please. All right. So, how is searching for the website?
I was searching for the website?
Yeah.
Well, since you just mentioned the word Cognet as the key word, I figured I'd put that in the search engine and see what it's about. And somehow, just using my intuition and common sense, and on the first link that said MIT Cognet, I felt that was the site we had to go to.
Okay, awesome. So, take a look at the website. Just scroll up and down. Now, what is your first impression of the website?
It's reputable, considering it says MIT, and also you have different, and also since there are a lot of books that are published, it seems that there's a lot of research going on in this area. Lots of money, lots of funds are going towards this endeavor to look at the brain from a different perspective.
Now, what do you think this website is for?
It's mostly, I feel it's just used for research purposes. Actually, it's explicit right here. MIT Cognet is the essential research tool for scholars in the brain and cognitive sciences, with new content added every month.
Yep. And how does this website make you feel?
I should say it makes me feel all right if you want to put it objectively, because even though I don't dabble much in brain and cognitive sciences, I'd say it's a really good research tool, and it's nice that there's a lot of research going in the area. That's just an objective viewpoint, you could say.
Okay, yeah, that's good. All right, so now that we're inside Cognet, I want you to search for any books by Michael Tai, please.
Michael who?
Michael Tai.
Michael Tai. How many books am I searching for?
Just any book.
Yeah, I found one. 10 Problems of Consciousness.
Okay. Now, please, now that we found one, now find any books by Bill Moggridge.
Bill who?
Bill Moggridge.
How do you spell it? I found it. Yeah. There's no match for Bill Moggridge.
Try one more time. Maybe you might have missed the spelling. Think about how it might be spelled when you hear Moggridge.
Moggridge?
Yeah.
Only thing that comes up, Moggridge. This is the only thing that comes up, and obviously you have a drop down menu that gives the same thing. And
Okay. All right.
and still no match.
Okay. All right. So, all right. That's fine. Now, I would like you to find any articles by Simon Baron Cohen.
Simon Baron Cohen.
Yep. Yep. Any articles.
There's no control F on this.
No, but
I found a
Oh,
journal article. Yeah, I found some journal articles.
okay. Now I want to ask you some questions. So, how is the search for the author?
Which author is this? This
like
one?
any of the authors that you, like, you know, so far, like Michael Tai, Bill Moggridge, or Simon Baron Cohen.
Well, considering this is the first time I heard those before, when I put them in the search engine, it's been searched before since you conducted the survey with that guy Sandy. I mean, the first author I felt that was the one I had to go to, and I found some publications under his name. When it came to the second author, Moggridge, and same thing. The drop-down menu came. Felt that was the name. But when it came to no documents, I felt that maybe there was something wrong with this. Either I misspelled the name, or if something was wrong with the computer or website. Because sometimes that can't happen. But when you said that when you said Moggridge, it sounded odd. That's the only way I could think about it. That is, if you use your intuition and common sense.
Right.
And with the third author, I think it was Simon Baron Cohen. Yeah, I found it, and I did a little search on the author, and you particularly said articles, so I had to put articles in order to narrow down the search. So therefore I got this page and got these articles.
Okay. So, with the method that you used to search for the author, was there a particular reason that you decided to use the method that you used?
The method of search?
Yes.
Well, does it have to be any author or any?
No, like all the stuff that you've done so far, like all the authors.
Well, what was the question again? It's
Like, why did you look for the authors using this method?
because I searched for the authors this message because going to this site will help us narrow the search down better because they both are associated or related to this website somehow, and so it's best to use the search bar up there, and when you search for a particular author or name, it'll give you some accomplishments. Like for example with Michael Tai, even though I put Michael Tai and even though I didn't put books there, I eventually found one just after lucking out. But when it came to the articles, that was another keyword under Simon Baron Cohen, so I figured I'd just search for that and not books. So.
Okay, interesting. And the current page you're on, what are your impressions about this layout?
The
Of
website.
the current page you're on.
I say my impressions are that this man, Simon Baron Cohen, is a very accomplished man, considering that he's done some research and authored different books on cog size.
But could you tell me a little more about how all this information is laid out? Like, what is your impression of how all this information is laid out?
What's my impression on the layout of this page?
Yes.
I'd say it's pretty organized and it is pretty consistent with all the colors. I mean, typical office colors are, let's say, like blue, white, black, and you got a mix of all that here, and portrays a sense of professionalism, which is probably what Dr. or Professor Cohen would want to emphasize.
And okay, all right. Next, all right. So, how did you feel when engaging this task?
The task of looking at the page layout.
No, actually, like getting the information you need through your method with all the authors.
Well, considering that I knew nothing about the survey before, I just had to find out using my own intuition what the keyword was, like for Michael Tai, Simon Baron Cohen, and articles. I had to using that I had to narrow down the search somehow.
Yes, but were there any feelings that you felt when you were trying to do this task?
Yeah, somehow I had a feeling that I should narrow the search down a little more, like as you saw I did with Simon Baron Cohen and articles. But when it came to Michael Tai and books, I just put Michael Tai and I did not put anything like books. That if I had done that, I could have gotten some page like this.
Okay.
And that would have narrowed the search down more.
Like, but emotions-wise, like, what were you feeling?
Just kind of some expectation, like pride, a little sense of disappointment, like when you didn't get what you want, like with the Mogridge author, thinking like, is there something I did wrong, or is there something? Is this man not exist at all? And also with the Simon Baron Cohen, when you told me about articles, and when I put that in the search engine, I felt a sense of pride that I found what I was looking for. Because usually when you search, you have to narrow it down, which is probably what I just portrayed, and trying to get what you want.
Okay, good. All right, so next. Now I would like you to find any journal articles by Aiden Landau.
Aiden?
Yeah.
Aiden Landau journal articles.
All right. Now that we're here, I would like you to click on one of the articles.
Okay. I'll just look at. Okay.
And see if you can download any article.
Download something. Yeah, you can download it.
Oh, okay. All right. So.
Do you want me to download it, or do you want me to press OK and download it, or what?
Up to yeah. Go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's downloaded. Yeah, you got your download here.
Okay. Okay. Good. So, you were you were able to locate the actual file.
Yeah.
What were your thoughts when trying to find the download link?
Well, usually whenever you try and download something off the internet, you usually have a link that says download. If not, and I saw that it wasn't there, but then when I saw the PDF, you can obviously open it up like that, and you can obviously download those. And that'll be more effective than actually downloading something from the internet to pay a cost. To pay something eventually.
Oh, okay. All right. All right. So now I want you to look for any articles on neuroscience and find any articles related to neuroscience, please.
Articles related to Here we are.
All right.
Okay.
Any articles. Click on any article.
Okay.
All right. So now, what is the first thing you think of when you hear the term neuroscience?
Brain.
Okay. What were your thoughts when engaging in this particular task?
When engaging this particular search, you just mentioned the word neuroscience, so I figured I just had to do the search, conduct the search methods I did before on trying to narrow down the article, which I just did. And since you just mentioned neuroscience and not a particular branch of neuroscience, I had to find an article that's almost related to with the word neuro in it, like for example, neural networks. So I felt that I had to find something that sounded really neuroscience related.
Interesting. So, what were you feeling when you were engaging in this task, like emotionally speaking?
Some sort of a autodidactic nature, like where you had to teach yourself how to search for those articles and see what type of article you would try to satisfy the needs of probably what your supervisor would want to look for. Because probably you were telling me what to search instead of me searching on my own.
Okay. All right. Now take a look at this page. Scroll up and down. All right. Now, tell me what stands out to you about the page you are currently on.
What stands out about the page?
Yeah. What do you notice?
Well, noticing only thing that'll be the only thing that I think is different is the title of the article and the abstract, but everything else like the content color, the PDF, and all that's all the same.
All right. Now see if you can subscribe to the service.
Yeah, you can subscribe to the service. Yeah.
Okay.
You have to just contact them through email.
Okay, but do you see any button that actually takes you to actually subscribing, or?
It just gives a subscribe button.
Oh.
And this is the page you go to.
Oh.
And obviously to subscribe you have to pay a price, and it gives
Okay.
and you have to have a license to subscribe, but you can also do a free trial, but obviously that'll expire after a month.
Okay. All right. So this concludes our task for the usability test. The last thing left is your feedback about the site. So please be as thorough as you can when answering these sets of questions. So, all right, here it goes. So, what is your overall impression of the website?
Well, this website is mostly research based in neuroscience and in cognitive science, as I have said before. But I feel that my overall impression is this is a resourceful tool for many researchers in that particular discipline. And if you're really passionate about this, you can probably take an interest like many of those science sites like Elsevier or ResearchGate, like many other websites like this. That because I have a feeling that I've seen all this before.
Okay, good. So where do you feel you had the most problems with this website?
I wouldn't say I had. Well, the only main problem I had was trying to search an author, Mogridge, and there was no reference to him. And obviously it'll be disturbing if you try to find something that doesn't even exist.
So, but like, were there other like how do you feel about how the information is laid out? Do you feel that you're able to look for what you're looking for, or is everything is clear?
Yeah, everything seems pretty clear and explicit.
Okay. But how would you give feedback about any broken links on this website? Broken as in not working.
Any advice on broken links?
Yeah, suggestions, feedback. Like, where have you spotted any broken links? If you any.
Well, when it came to Bill Mogridge, I don't know. Like, even if there's no reference, you could probably have the correct spelled version, because when you do a Google search, it gives, even if you misspell something, it'll give you the correct spelling, and chances are you may get a correct link. Well, I don't know if the Mogridge you told me was non-existent, but even if it were, you could probably give the right spelling, like Google and Yahoo do, to try and see if it genuinely exists or not. That's the only. I don't know if you would categorize it as a broken link, but that's the only thing that I have to offer.
All right. But were there any other broken links? Like, were there any links where when you clicked on it, it didn't take you to where you expected to go?
Nothing that I know of. Looks like everything can be found on this website.
Okay. All right. Anyway, so what do you think would help make using this website a better experience for you?
What do you mean by that question? To make it
like what do you think will make it a lot easier for you to use this website?
Well, honestly, I don't have any answer for that, because everything seemed pretty clear and explicit.
But if there's anything that would help improve this experience for you, like when using this website?
Well, now that you mention it, even though it gives the addresses for the MIT Press in UK and US, you could probably make your contact number explicit, because sometimes, even instead of acting contact us, because sometimes it may give an email address like that subscribe. You could put this underneath the US or the UK address. In order so we can see it, because sometimes when you click on a link, something may not show up.
Okay. Well, what about the search results? Like when you were searching for some of the authors, like do you feel the search results were clear, or was there what were you feeling when you were looking at the search results?
Search results are clear depending on what you type in the engine itself.
Okay.
For example, I put Michael Tai, and Michael Tai is a very broad term, and it gave many links on that. But obviously, if you put some more terms in there, you'll have to just that'll filter it out more.
Okay. Well, I want you to try one more thing. I want you to try typing another author. Type in David Eagleman.
David Eagleman?
Yeah. Okay. Try looking for anything from him. Okay. All right, we'll go back. See anything else from him? Like to scroll down. Okay, so now that looking through the search results, how do you feel about these search results? Like how they're laid out?
Well, it gives it gives David Eagleman as the first two, like narrowing the search down, but as you go down, it gives like different. David and Eagleman seem to be separated. Obviously, that'll mean that there's a lot of content, and maybe David Eagleman is insinuated or explicitly mentioned in when you click on this link. Because obviously, some point of research, David Eagleman can still be pretty vague, like even though if it's the first and last name of a person.
Okay.
Like for example, David Burr, Eagleman, and Sanjovsky. I mean, sometimes you may get skewed results like that.
Okay. Okay.
Was that the answer? Was that the answer you were looking for, or something?
No, I absolutely.
What was the
actually,
question
yes.
you just asked me?
Well, I was just asking you to do like an extra task.
Yeah.
So, but besides like what you found in the search results, like what you just mentioned, was there what did you notice when you were typing his name?
When typing his name,
Yeah.
obviously, it's easy to spell, and as a result, we can put that in the search engine.
Okay. All right. So it was easy to spell.
Yeah.
It was easy to spell. You didn't need any sort of assistance.
No,
when
I didn't.
trying to spell.
I didn't need any assistance, but somehow you can put it as as it sounds. You can put it in. Yeah.
Okay. All right. But what if you typed in Daniel Kahneman?
Daniel what?
Kahneman.
Kahneman?
No, that's. Try again. Try his last name again.
Sound his last name again?
I'll give you a hint. There's an H in the middle.
Of Kahneman.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, like for example.
Yeah.
You do have that thing like if you spell something wrong, it'll have some sort of.
Oh.
I
Okay.
I guess that means you do have that same feature Google has. Yeah.
All right. That's interesting. So, to top it all off, like overall, just from what we've done so far, what do you think would make what problems did you really face when you were going through this website?
The only problem was probably I don't know if you would characterize it like that.
Yeah,
was just
yeah.
trying to get probably trying to spell the name of the authors because somehow you have to do as you sound using the context clues. And the only other problem was like with Bogridge. I mean, at first I thought that there was no feature on, I don't know, like even if it's misspelled or not, but it was eventually there. So I guess that justifies that Bogridge. There's no such person as Bogridge.
Okay. Well,
So then that's when I actually came to some sort of a realization that it does have a Google type feature.
okay. All right. Well, thank you so much for your time, for taking the time to participate in this usability test. We really appreciate your feedback. We hope you have an excellent day.
Oh, nice.
Awesome.
Nice, man.
Thank you.
It was a nice experience.
Hold on one second. Let me.